Hello friends and welcome back to Enterprise Architecture. Now last episode we made some really good progress in getting tin and copper production, and so now we have bronze available to us. Today we are going to keep pushing ahead in this pack, and we're going to try and set up some basic storage setups as well as, with any luck, getting into the basics of immersive engineering. So, with no further ado, let's dive right in. So, we've made a few changes since last episode. I moved my farm a little bit here and laid it out so it's a long stretch instead of being clustered around one puddle. Now, there is an infinite water source under here running the entire length underneath this platform here, but it makes it nice and easy for us to walk across. But we have our little sugarcane farm here, and then I've laid down a wheat farm and also industrial hemp. So we'll have access to paper and string as we need it in this pack. The other thing I've done is I smelted up a bunch of the copper and tin that we were doing last episode, and I went ahead and made ourselves bronze blocks to cap all of our little miner setups that we have here. And I also went ahead and expanded this, so we have 3 more open miners in addition to this one up front here, this 4th one. Now these are all tier 3 support frames still, so before we get too much further in the pack, we're probably gonna have to set up a new area for this with the higher tier support frames. So that might have to come over on this side or back behind this. But for now, we are looking pretty good. The other thing I did is I smelted up a whole bunch of our various ores, so I'm getting some coal production going over here, and that's going very nicely for us. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this coal in here while I'm thinking about it. And the other thing I've done is I collected a whole bunch of cobblestone. Now, the reason why I collected a whole bunch of cobblestone is to make this compressed cobblestone. So I have 36 compressed cobblestone at 1x, and I have 4 compressed cobblestone at 2x. So the first thing that we are going to do today is we are going to ultimine out all of this cobblestone and break our pick almost immediately. Let's make another pick real quick here. And we are going to replace all of this regular cobblestone with our new fancier cobblestone, our compressed cobblestone. You know, I should have made a stone pick while I was doing that, but whatever. Okay, so now that we have 36 compressed cobblestone, I believe this will let us just fill this in here, and it'll start mining it like regular cobblestone, but it should either give us compressed cobblestone as a result, or potentially it'll give us the 8x cobblestone. I don't know if it's going to give us compressed cobblestone out or if it's just going to get 8 pieces of regular cobblestone, but we will find out really quickly here, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and fill all of this in real fast here, just like that, and then we will find out what we are going to get. There's that and that and that. Okay, that turned green. Oh, yeah, and we are getting compressed cobblestone now. Okay, wonderful. So that's basically 8x cobblestone with every little increment. And since we have bronze blocks, you'll see that this says that we are now getting a tick rate of 120. We were at 180 before with the stone, so this is a big upgrade for us. So that's all looking great. Okay, so next thing that we need to do here is jump over to our research. And for that, we are going to need to find our tech bucks. Let's have a little bit more storage, start sorting things out a little bit here so we can find stuff easier. That's going to help. But the tech bucks I now have picked back up, and I think it's in, not this, the basic research. Here we go. So, as I mentioned before, we want to start unlocking storage. So we're going to use some research papers for storage drawers. Let's add this to our shopping list temporarily, but you can see it uses the 2-time compressed cobblestone and 4 chests, as well as some research papers. Now, I don't think I have any research papers left. I think we used all of those last episode, but I had used the drying table and left some extra paper lying around, so we can make up some of that really quick. The other thing that we are going to need to make up really quick is, of course, our extra chests. So let's go ahead and make 4 of those. And you know what, we're going to make extras because I know that we're going to use them. Now, with those in hand, we just need to remember which of the patterns it's going to be to make this. I think this is the one. No, it's one over from that. So we'll just shift all of these, rotate. Perfect. There is our storage drawers book. So let's take that and submit it. Take our 8 tech bucks and submit it. And now we have storage drawers. Now I'm going to go ahead and unlock just the drawer key here. Submit that. Because I don't really think I need the quantify key or the concealment key yet. And let's see, I definitely want the drawer controller. Let's submit that. Now, I know I'm spending my tech bucks pretty fast, but I do want to be able to use this to get these. Compacting drawer is not a priority yet, but it's something to keep in mind. Now, it looks like we have access to construction wands now too. Can we make the construction wands yet? We need 4 bronze and 4 blocks of coal. I think I have the coal for that. And that also gives us chipped and framed blocks here that we can get to. I think I might hold off on this. We might come back to that because I've been manually building everything out and it hasn't been too much of a pain so far, but once we start expanding the structure anymore, we might want to do that. But for now, I think that's a good place. So we got ourselves a free drawer controller out of that, and we can make more, but that's also a repeatable quest because we don't have diamonds yet and we're a long way off. We also don't have redstone yet or quartz. So until we get those, this is going to be problematic. So we're going to have to rely on trading in tech bucks to get a drawer controller. But we can go ahead and make storage drawers out of this. And let's see, go ahead and use our chest recipe. Okay, that's way too many chests. I should not have made that many chests, but we do have more wood than we know what to do with. More than is actually probably good for us. The other question is, do we have access to the upgrades yet? Oh, we do. Okay, so we're going to have to hold off here on upgrading everything, but we will go ahead and make ourselves up a couple of chests here and make them into storage drawers. So, whoops, let's do that the other way first. We need wood, and then let's make one that's the 2x2 drawer. Well, that makes a stack of 4. And then the rest of these, I think I'm going to make a whole bunch of the standard storage drawers like this. So let's go ahead and make ourselves, I don't know, 9 to start. 9 is a good place to be. All right, so over here where we have our barrel, I'm going to actually break this and make a mess. And then I'm going to put this down here. And this way I can take all of our ingredients and start putting in. So let's go ahead and lock this. So we're going to put apples in there. We're going to put oak leaves in here. Logs will go there. And more logs will go there. And then sticks will go here. Perfect. So I think that's actually going to fill up completely on most of these ingredients. Yeah, we are already overloaded on sticks. So I'm going to go ahead and take and put a regular storage drawer right next to it, just for sticks. So give me a bunch of sticks back out of there, and we'll put them in here. There we go. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is start automating some of our storage here. So I'm going to start pulling items out of our jumbo furnace using our extracting conveyor belt with any luck, and start putting those into a storage array using our drawer controller. So that's the plan for right now. So I'm not sure how much room I'm going to need for all of this stuff. So I think we're going to start putting everything like kind of here in the back a little bit. So let's go ahead and give ourselves just a couple of blocks of room. Let's like 1, 2, 3 over here. And let's put our drawer controller like right here front and center. And then we take and set up our various conveyor belts. I think conveyor belts will automatically insert, if I remember correctly, with these immersive engineering ones, but they don't automatically extract. So there we go. That should go into our drawer controller eventually, once it has a place to go. So to deal with that, we need to give it a spot. So let's put 1 down to start. And now if we take, yeah, there we go. Our charcoal is automatically going to get put into that box, and we are going to lock it up. So that is already the initial bit of automation. So this is all getting pulled out. Oh, but it's being pulled out of the wrong slot. That's not going to help. So I found the problem out here. The jumbo furnace isn't going to work if we don't give it some room to actually extract here. So what we need to do is extract from the bottom. Oh, it broke all of them. Okay, let's hope that we didn't lose any. Now, what we're going to do instead is go ahead and make ourselves some sort of a hopper. Easy enough to make one. We put it here, oak planks around it. There's a wooden hopper. And that now needs to go into, I think, the conveyor belt itself. I think that's how that is angled. There we go. And we'll eventually replace that with a better, more serious hopper. It looks like we lost 1 furnace in the shuffle. So we need to make 1 more of those. Let's go ahead and do this. Great. And now we just need to make ourselves up another 9x9 block here. All right, so we put those back together in a 3x3 grid. And now we actually want to unlock our charcoal because we didn't want to put charcoal here in the first place. We want secondary ingredients only. So let's go ahead and put all of our charcoal back in here. And let's find something that we can smelt that we have enough of. Maybe we start with coal because we're going to be using a bunch of coal today. Let's grab that. And that can be our first block here. So let's put all the coal inside. And now, in just a second, let's go ahead and add our jumbo furnace upgrades. We can't forget about those. That should slowly extract and put into here. Yes, it does, into our storage door. Perfect. Okay. So there is our storage system for automation. Wonderful. Now we're going to want to start automating this for all of our other various ingredients here that it needs to know about. So let me go ahead and take a few more items, start filling in there, and that way we can start doing more automation as we go. Okay, and there we have our completed storage array for all the materials that we currently know how to smelt. So we've got our colored stone, regular stone, smooth stone, which we're actually out of already, copper, tin, lapis, and coal. So I've just dumped a bunch of stuff into this furnace and it's just going to do its thing. Great. So now we have all of this automated and our storage working. I'm not going to do the automation of pulling everything out of this system just quite yet, but sometime in the near future I do want to do that so that it goes straight into our furnace. All right, so we are getting closer to finishing out the basic tech section of our quest, and with any luck, we can make a big dent in this today. So we had made grout a while back and not done anything with it. We just melted down the grout dust, but we hadn't moved on to making coke bricks, which we need with grout. So for that, we need bricks first, so we need to make a bunch of clay up, and then use that grout dust to turn it into coke bricks. And with that, we are going to make our Immersive Engineering coke oven. There they are, right there, 41. Okay, that's not nearly enough. So what we need to do is go over here and grab up a ridiculous amount of our leaves. So our leaves are our main source of dirt right now, and we are going to use that to the fullest advantage for us. So dirt we can turn into gravel. Can cobblestone turn to gravel? No, it can't. Okay, just dirt, no problem. So we're going to take all of these, turn it into dirt, and turn that dirt into gravel. Well, friends, we have a bug on our hands here. I cannot find the recipe for gravel to turn into sand. We've done this in previous episodes. I can't find anything in the logs that say why this is not working. So that's super, super frustrating. This should be working. And if I look at sand in here, yeah, there's no recipe for sand anymore. That's how we got the sand before, was just converting it by hand. So I'm not sure what's up. Now, what this means is that we are going to potentially have to jump ahead a little bit and also be a little cheaty. Because I don't have a way of getting sand anymore. I don't have enough sand to even set up a sand miner. So here's what we are going to do. We are going to go ahead and set up our tier 4 frame. Let's see here. And that's made with copper. So basically we are going to need, how many do we say? 32 of these frames for copper. And we will go ahead and build ourselves a platform with them. I think I have enough copper laying around that I'll be able to make that no problem. And we will set ourselves up exactly one of these basically for that. So let me do that real fast here. And I'm going to do this off camera because you all have already seen me do this 100 times. So let's go ahead and build that out. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to be honest about it, is I'm going to cheat in a stack of sand. So let's go ahead and do that. Minecraft sand. And I'm going to give myself 64 of those. Okay. So because I have literally no other way of getting sand in this pack at this point, that's how we are going to do it. So let me go ahead and build myself out a little platform here, and I am going to set up the sand miner right here. Okay, so here is our tier 4 sand miner. I just need to put a storage drawer on top of that, and you know what? Can we actually make Portable? Yeah, we can make a portable crafting table. I'll take that. All right, perfect. Now we can craft anywhere we go. So let's go ahead and make ourselves up another storage drawer while we are here. There we go. And we can just put this right on top, just like that. And that should, with any luck, yeah, there we go, start getting sand right away. We'll lock that just for safety's sake. Okay, and there is our access to sand. So now we have sand, and we also have gravel. What tier do we need to make gravel? Oh, it also needs tier 4. Well, we might go ahead and make a gravel miner in a little while, but we're not really worried about that at this exact moment. And once we have a crusher, this kind of becomes a moot point anyway. So let's just let that do its thing for a little while here and get ourselves a bit more sand. Now we can use that sand to make clay. So clay is really what we were after at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves up 16 clay, just like that. Okay. And actually, what level of miner do we need for that? Oh, you can do the same thing with clay. Okay. Well, maybe that's a stretch goal, as we're getting more and more copper here. I might go ahead and take whatever copper is left, or at least a lot of it, and start smelting that down. Maybe we go ahead and make ourselves a bunch more miners here. We'll take half our clay and we're going to turn that into clay balls. So let's see here. 4 clay balls makes 1 set of bricks, right? Because each clay ball will make a single brick. So basically, this is 8 bricks right here as we're staring at it. And I think we need 27 all said and done. So maybe we do 1 more set there. Okay, let's do that. And let's go ahead and put this in here. We're going to clear everything else out for the moment, so it prioritizes just making our bricks. And for that, we of course are going to need to use a new storage drawer. We don't have one for bricks yet. Maybe we go ahead and use a 4x4 because we're going to have a bunch of weird stuff coming in at some point. So there we go. Let's go ahead and put bricks in there. Let's lock that up, and this will be our brick collection. Okay, so that's going to do its thing for a little while. So we will just kind of hang out and wait for it to finish. Now, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and check on our cobblestone production. Yeah, I believe this compressed cobblestone is doing us very, very well. Let's go ahead and start cleaning out our inventory here. And we are going to see if we don't have enough cobblestone to make another set of jumbo furnaces that we can bake real quick. I did want to note that it looks like there is a nice little crafting recipe in here that you can make compressed cobblestone directly into a set of furnaces. So that's super helpful here. So I can actually make a bunch of extra furnaces that we can bake into jumbo furnaces real quick. So I've done that. And now all we have to do is just dump these in here. And it should start smelting those into more jumbo furnaces for us. Okay, we are up to 10 jumbo furnaces. That's going real quick now, and that also means that our bricks are going super fast. So we now have all of our bricks. So first things first, let's take our bricks and put them in the right pattern, please. Okay, and turn them into these bricks. Now we take our grout dust and wrap around it, and also I screwed that up. There we go. And now I can make 27 coke bricks. Perfect. So it didn't complete that quest because we need an engineer's hammer first. So I think this is the pattern for engineer's hammer in this pack. Yeah, there we go, with bronze ingots. Now we have that, and that should, yeah, that also completed the coke brick challenge as well. So we got this, and we got this. All right. So the next thing on our list is to get some creosote oil, which we also are going to make whole coke at the same time. That gives us treated wood planks, and then we're getting a little closer to techium. So we're going to put ourselves a little platform and raise this up because I think we will want to see if we can't automate a little bit of it. And we're just going to want to go, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Right off of this block is where we're going to put this coke oven. So coke ovens are real simple. It's just like the jumbo furnace, or I guess the other way around, right? The jumbo furnace is just like the coke oven, I think is more accurately what we've been doing. Because I think Immersive Engineering came first before the jumbo furnace. Anyways, point being, we are going to build that just like this with a 3x3x3 cube. And there we go, and there we go. Perfect. All right, now we just take our engineer's hammer in hand, whack the front of it, and now that that is good and whacked, it becomes a coke oven for us. Great. Okay, so with that, we can start smelting up coke. Now, to do that, we are going to want to take a bunch of the coal that we had laying around here and make ourselves up actually some coal blocks. These are going to smelt a little bit more efficiently for us. There we go. I think we get a bonus one, a bonus basically unit whenever we are smelting these, so it's more efficient to do it this way. So let's do this, and that's going to turn it into blocks of coal coke. So that's going to take a little while. We're going to let that hang out and do its thing. We actually only need coke, individual pieces of it, but as soon as we've got any there, we're going to use that. So this is going to burn for a while. We're also going to get creosote oil when we are done with that. So let's go ahead and grab up one of our last remaining empty ceramic buckets, and in a second we will have that. And there we go. Now we have our block of coal coke. I can dump in a bucket, and now we have a ceramic creosote oil bucket, which solves that task. We can also take our coal coke, break that up, and that gives us the other quest. So coal coke, tech bucks from our creosote oil. Now let's go ahead and take that creosote oil and put it to immediate good use by taking these planks, surrounding it, and making ourselves up some treated wood planks. And you know, we have enough creosote oil just laying around. Let's do that at least one more time. I'm sure we're going to use these in a lot of immersive engineering recipes, so we may as well hang on to that. Actually, can we do it a third time? Why not? Let's do it a third time. Let's go completely wild here. So there's that. Okay, 24 planks. Great. And that completes yet another task for us. Wonderful. Okay. So we need a few more things before we can do basic techium. Jerry can. What do we need? Oh, 4 ceramic buckets. You know what? We can make that real quick, right? We have enough clay to do that. So we're going to need 12 pieces of clay. So let's make the unfired bucket first. There we go. 4 of those. I'm going to dump these into my jumbo super furnace. I'm not going to make a slot for this. I'm just going to grab it up as soon as it comes out. And there we go. There are our buckets. Put the 4 together, and that is a jerry can, which I guess is a bigger storage container. What's this? What's it even used for? I don't even know what that's even used for. I guess it just holds more fluids. I've never used that one before. All right. Now we are on to the basic crafting table. Now it seems weird to me that we're making this out of coal coke, but we have enough coal coke that we can make this, so not a big deal. Make ourselves up 2 crafting tables, like so, and then we wrap those in our coal coke, and that makes us our basic crafting table. Okay, now we have that. So let's go and put this down over here somewhere else. Let's put it here. All right, so that gives us this. Okay, I don't know why we want that. It's only 3x3. Ooh, and we can make an auto crafting table. Okay, let's come back to that in a second. First, we want to make an advanced crafting table, and that's 2 crafting tables and more coal coke. So if we're going to do that and the auto crafting table here, so we need at least 1 more basic crafting table, 2 more if we're going to make the auto one as well. And is this made with advanced crafting tables? Yeah, so we're going to at least 3, 4 of those? 3, I think, of these all said and done. So, where's my pickaxe? Great. So let's go ahead and grab up, hopefully the rest of our coal coke is done here. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why we need a jerry can. We are filling up too quickly. Let's grab that. Yeah, and that helps 10 buckets. Okay, much better. So we're going to use those blocks of coal coke to make more of these auto crafting tables, or the advanced basic crafting table and advanced crafting table. So all of that in hand, and do a bunch more crafting tables. 6, is that right? I think that's right. Could be wrong, but we'll find out. We'll do this, do this. So we need 1 more of these and another of these, like that. This we can turn into a auto crafting table. How do we do that? With wooden hoppers, no problem there. There we go. And we will use this first to make a auto crafting tier 1 table. Oh, no, it's not that pattern. It is this pattern. There we go. Okay, wonderful. I wonder how that's different. Oh, I guess you can auto input, auto output. That's how that works. Okay, good to know. But we're going to use this to make the advanced crafting table. Great. And you know what? Let's just repeat that whole thing again once our coal coke is done here, because I do want to go ahead and make myself a few more of the, well, I want to make the other advanced one that I need for this recipe. That's done. That's done. We're waiting for coal coke to do that. And then now we can start on our basic techium. Okay, so while all that's going on, I am going to go ahead and deal with my resource issues. And there we go. There's 4 miners. Okay, so let's first things first build ourselves a dirt miner here in the space that we've already allotted for it. We've had tier 3 for a while, so our leaf production is just real slow, and it's not enough that we can do dirt to the degree that I want. We're going to need a little bit more dirt than what we're currently producing. So let's do that. We stick our miner on top. It should be happy. It is. Okay, great. And then we add a storage drawer on top of that, and we should start getting dirt in there. Wonderful. Okay, so with the dirt in hand, we can now set up the rest of our other miners over here from the copper frames. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for our clay and for our gravel. And there we go, our other 3 miners for clay, gravel, and now the sand already, and then we have dirt over here slowly filling up. That will be an excellent addition to where we're at. I did sacrifice the bronze blocks on this back tier of our tier 3 support frames because we actually didn't end up needing them. We didn't make any more tier 3 stuff yet. So I put those 4 over here instead, and that filled out without having to make any more bronze. All right, so we finally have enough coal coke that we were able to make an advanced crafting table for the second time, and we're gonna go ahead and make our auto crafting table out of that, completing this quest. And that just leaves these last 2 little bits here. So let's take the regular advanced crafting table. We'll put it down here. Actually, let's just get rid of the auto crafting table. We don't have any energy production yet, so that's just not gonna be of any use to us. So we'll just dump these off in here for now. Now we can take the advanced crafting table and use that to make our techium. Wonderful. What a complicated recipe. And there we go. Techium. And we have now completed this entire section, the basic techium, and that means the entire basic tech research chain is now done. Well, we are galloping right through this pack. We're making seriously great progress. I expect that that'll slow down a little bit once we get to the more advanced recipes, but being able to complete an entire section of a tree of research and progress and quests just in one little play session, that feels really, really good. I'm really enjoying this. This is just a super, super great pack. But for now, I think that brings us to the end of this episode of Enterprise Architecture. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye, friends.